Alrighty,
Human
we
imprisonment
are back.
in this country makes the rich
Let's
richer
see here.
while people like us pay the price. We carry this country on our backs. When you see a big, beautiful tree with green leaves and fruit,
So
you only
apparently
see where it
everybody
goes
who
down.
is
You don't
wearing
see the
yellow
roots
is
working
in
together,
solidarity
sharing,
with the
feeding
No
one
Kings
another.
protest.
That's us.
I guess a lot
We
of people
are
didn't
the
get that
roots, and
memo.
if we are starved, divided, or poisoned, the tree will rot no matter how
What
tall
do we
it
got
is.
coming in?
Delta,
EAM
Echo,
coming across.
Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, X-ray, stand by.
Our neighbors to build solutions.
Alrighty.
Delta, Echo, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, X-ray, stand by. Message follows. Delta, Echo, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, X-ray, Bravo, Foxtrot, Bravo, 7, Oscar, Kilo, Quebec, X-ray, Denver, Hotel, Kilo, Bravo, Hotel, Yankee, Yankee, Foxtrot, Echo. I say again, for Sousa, for Urchin, for Sousa, for Urchin. Delta, Echo, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, X-ray, Echo, Bravo, Foxtrot, Bravo, 7, Oscar, Kilo,
You have perfect timing for an EAM, right guys?
Papa, Quebec, X-ray, Hotel, Tango, November, Foxtrot, Hotel, Kilo, Bravo, Hotel, Yankee, Yankee, Foxtrot, Echo. This is Gunshot Out.
Gunshot. That is I think that's is that a new one, Salt? Refresh my memory if that's a new one. Alrighty. We are continuing on. We are covering the No Kings protest today. It's so these events are supposed to take place depending on your region and time. I know here in Arizona that they are taking place between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So these are supposed to just be simple protests. People gather, they all rant and rave and scream and raise their fist in solidarity and call it what it is, and then they are supposed to disperse because their quote unquote permits are only, for a certain amount of time for them to occupy that place. So, let's see what we can find on everything today. Because, I don't know. The No Kings thing, it's just kind of a little ridiculous to me, but so we have here in an unhinged moment Brandon Johnson, who is the mayor of Chicago, yells at the top of his lungs, "Are you ready to fight fascism? Are you prepared to destroy authoritarianism once and for all? Let the world hear you, no kings." This is the Chicago mayor, guys. This is very, very concerning behavior from an elected official. Let's see if I can play it for you. So this is, again, this is from an elected official, the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, yelling, "Fight fascism. Are you prepared to destroy authoritarianism once and for all? Let the world hear you. No kings." Okay? This is a concerning message from an elected official. I would not be the least bit surprised if you don't see some type of civil unrest later this evening. So apparently, word is coming in that the No Kings protest. So originally, this, I guess somebody was saying that they were scheduled for roughly about 8 million supposed RSVPs for people to attend these events nationwide. So apparently, No Kings is flopping nationwide. Scenes of protesters deserting their post after their paid time was up. In New York, they're gone. There is no No Kings protest. It was over within a very short duration. They've all cleared out and left. Not surprised in the slightest little bit. Let's see what else we got for our No Kings. I really didn't expect too terribly much coming from the No Kings protest. People are over it. The only people that you're gonna see there are boomers, corrupted youths, corrupted millennials, corrupted Gen X. Um, everybody sees through the BS. Everybody sees through the Democrats' nonsense. I would be surprised if they even come close to 500,000 people showing up collectively at all of these events nationwide. So at a No Kings protest in Orlando, Florida, um, let's see here. Somebody was expelled from the local protest under Nazi shouts after attending it with a Azov flag. So apparently somebody, hustled their way in there and started shouting racial slurs. So the No Kings protest in Washington, D.C. was actually semi-crowded. There's I think a good amount of people there. I'll see if I can get it up on my screen here. I gotta bring up Telegram, so if you guys would bear with me, I'll be able to bring that up. I haven't opened that one up in a hot minute, so we'll see how well it does. What is going on with my feed over there? Okay, it seems AP is done covering that event, so we'll just get rid of that window. Put this on in the background.
Have incredible, amazing allies who have indeed been hit and pummeled by the stones aimed at us. Yet there you were, and there you still are, standing with us. Standing with us today, in this place, together right now. And even though MAGA has taken excesses and it's never enough for them, they believe in cruelty and enjoying the suffering of others.
Oh, these people are so freaking delusional. It's absolutely stunning to me.
Trump is at his lowest approval of all time. Yesterday, the Associated Press, that's the AP wire that's respected around the world, that he kicked out of the White House Oval Office from the press corps because they wouldn't say Gulf of America. Their polling yesterday proved he was at his all-time lowest approval rating and his highest disapproval rating of both terms. People in this country have never disapproved of him more, and they've never approved of him less. He's a thin-skinned, vulgar, amoral weakling who desperately craves to be a king.
And now.
Alrighty, so we're gonna mute this lady over here. I don't even know who she is, nor do I really care.
Yesterday, the Associated Press, that's the AP wire that's respected around the world, that he kicked out of the White House Oval Office from the press corps because they wouldn't say Gulf of America. Their polling yesterday proved he was at his all-time lowest approval of both terms. People in this country have never disapproved of him more, and they've never approved of him less. He's a thin-skinned, vulgar, amoral weakling who desperately craves to be a king.
Alrighty, so we're gonna mute this lady over here. I don't even know who she is, nor do I really care. Can't even tell who she is. It's too rainy. So we're gonna hop in over here. We have a gentleman. Let's see here. Get this up on screen for you guys. Alrighty. So this gentleman here, he is a Muslim leftist, Mahdi Hassan, who is apparently a top speaker at a No Kings event today. So we're gonna pop in and listen to what he has to say.
And now, let's give a warm No Kings welcome to Mehdi Hassan, founder and CEO and editor-in-chief of the new media company, Zateo.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, my name is Mehdi Hassan. I am a journalist, I am an immigrant, and I am a Muslim. I am everything Donald Trump loves. I am the Trump trifecta. I'm also a bit of a socialist. But shh, don't tell Stephen Miller, he alarms quite quickly. Can I just say, it is so heartwarming to see so many of you out here in D.C. today. D.C., make some noise. We need to make sure today that they hear us in the White House and in the Capitol. All week, I've heard Speaker Mike Johnson and Republican members of Congress say that this rally, the No Kings rally, is a hate rally. A hate rally. The people who can't get through a single day without hating on late-night comedians and overweight soldiers and Muslim politicians and Mexican immigrants and Palestinian refugees and black women and transgender kids and peaceful protesters and Mr. Freaking Potato Head, they are lecturing us on hate?
Listen to what he said.
Really?
Overweight soldiers. You cannot be a soldier and be
I'm
overweight.
not here out of hate.
Good grief.
I'm here out of love.
No, you're not. No, you're not. All right, we're just gonna stop that. I can't even entertain this guy anymore. The fact that you're a Muslim means you cannot be a socialist. Your religion, your Quran, it doesn't allow you to be a socialist. It's all about power and control with Muslims. You get into a position of power, you take over everything, you institute Sharia law. There is nothing about love. There is nothing about tolerance. There is no freaking equality. You're gonna pitch LGBTQ off of the roofs. I mean, come on. You cannot be a Muslim socialist. That is entertaining to no end. Wow. Wow. Alright, I'm not even gonna continue to listen to this, so. Do I even have anybody in my chat, Salt? I see you, but I'm not really seeing anybody else even after the restart. I mean, it is Saturday morning. I hope somebody's out there listening. I feel weird just talking and rambling on myself. Okay. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's see what else we have here. So, apparently ICE has arrested a previously deported child ex-predator after a leftist judge decided to release him back into the community in Virginia. You know, these radical judges need to be held accountable, and I think that they should be tried for the same crime that these people commit that they decide to set free. You know, it's a little ridiculous. It just, you know, maybe they need some penalties. So yeah, this was the video that I.
And just like a fart in the wind, a fart in a white suburban wind, they're gone. They're all gone. The No Kings protest is over just like that. They've all cleared out. And they're late. He's the. You know what? Shout to the brother there, but we're late. He's late. But yeah, just like that, they're gone. Just like that. An hour and a half, they were here. Conviction apparently has to be scheduled. You see, and allyship is on a deadline, especially when Kaylee has to get ready for her ballet recital a little later. It's absolutely hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Timed advocacy. Timed advocacy. You know, I got a lot to say about this, and I'll say it a little bit later, but suffice it to say I am not surprised by this. I am not surprised that that these fucking weekend warriors were in and out so that they could go and do all of their own stuff. But, you know, that's how you know this is empty. That's how you can tell all of this is empty. The only ones who are calling Donald Trump a king are liberals. The only ones who are referring to him as some type of monarch or whatever are them. Okay? Pointless from the very beginning. It's empty, but apparently they're going to keep doing it. They came across a couple white ladies who said, we're going to be doing this we're going to be doing this next week. We're going to keep coming. I guess they were trying to get us to validate them or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's it from downtown New Row.
Oh, that is so funny. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, wow. Yeah, just completely fizzled out in that region, so. Let's see what else we got for the No Kings. So here is DC. This is it was a fairly decent crowd in DC. I will give it that, but you know, then again, DC is, you know, one of the bluest freaking major metropolitans in the country. So it's, you know, expected there to be somewhat of a turnout there. What else we got? So yeah, you know, kind of what I was predicting last night. You know, I know a lot of people wanted me to get on here and cover this. I'm covering it. It is a dud, and that's kind of what I was thinking it was gonna happen last night. I honestly figured it would fizzle out. Now there is the possibility that something tonight may happen. You may get some civil unrest because of, you know, your Antifa. They're gonna want to take and seize on this. So let's see here. Let's see what this gentleman has to say.
It's like the ending scene from The Sopranos out here.
Unfortunately, I cannot play that anymore because of the music that's playing in the background. So, we have here, this is the total funds sent to the No Kings, as you can see there. Funding Network, Arabella, Buffett, Ford, Rockefeller, Soros, and Tides. This is the amount of money that is being pumped into these protests across the country. Follow the money. Here's their wonderful No Kings, Saturday, October 18th, Royal Yellow, show up, show out. I'm not really what show out means, but we don't have kings in this country. Let's see what this says. So, no kings, but billionaires are okay. Inquiry on Earth's $295 million in elite cash behind these anti-Trump protests. Characterized by sympathetic legacy media as a million-strong peaceful uprising against Trump, Saturday's protests actually bear many of the telltale signs of a dark money-fueled color revolution-style operation, not unlike the kind the U.S. has inflicted on scores of countries across the globe. I'm dealing with allergies today, forgive me. Government Accountability Institute Associate Director and Control Liarc's author Seamus Brunner has traced just shy of $295 million in elite cash behind the grassroots quote-unquote protest. Culprits include all the names and faces you've come to expect, including George Soros, his OSF deemed the primary architect of the Riot Incorporated protest model. He has contributed $72 million to this. Arabella, which is also a Soros, Michael Bloomberg, Pierre Omidyar, Mark Zuckerberg, Hans-Jörg Weiss, and Bill Gates' dark money vehicle. That's a collaborative, quote-unquote, organization. They have funneled $79 million. Then Ford. So if you drive a Ford, maybe you shouldn't. They've pumped in $51.8 million. The Tides Foundation, which is another dark money resource, which is used by Zuckerberg and Mark Benioff, they pumped in about $45 million. Then you have, of course, the Rockefellers. They pitched in $28. That seems kind of cheap for Rockefellers. And then Warren Buffett, he threw in a measly $16.6 million to help these protests along. So last week, a Capital Research Center briefed the White House on a multi-million-dollar blueprint detailing how big donors like Soros have fused, Riot Incorporated with a 501c3 charitable organizations tasked with tackling America's homelessness problem, quote-unquote, creating a physical army of protesters potentially ready for confrontations with law enforcement. So, reporting from Washington, D.C. at the protest gathering site on Saturday, ex-State Department official Mike Benz spotted a quote-unquote shady-looking dude in a USAID shirt and sunglasses handing out what appeared to be instructions to protesters. So it kind of looks like USAID record of global mayhem and destabilization has finally boomeranged onto the homeland here. What else do we have? That was in Washington, D.C. What do we got here? Yeah, not playing that socialist Muslim again. No, not even going to give him a second of my airtime. Alright, so this is local media reports of crowds gathering for the anti-Trump No Kings protest in New York's Times Square. So it's a pretty good turnout, I think, in Times Square. Let's see, do we have anything else that is even worthy of our time? Because I'd rather just shut it down and call it a day on these protests. I don't really think anything critical is gonna happen. At least not during daylight hours. So, I'm starting to wonder if we're being censored here. I've got literally nobody in YouTube, nobody in Rumble, nobody in Twitch. During the day, I don't think much is gonna happen. I don't see it. So, maybe we'll shut down for a little bit and then come back when we've got more, I guess, clips to share.
All right! We the people! Now, recently, when I gave this warning that we are in the middle of that totalitarian takeover, one of my colleagues said, well, you know, be careful. You don't want to scare people, but you guys can handle the truth, right? You guys deserve the truth, right? That's right.
What a joke.
The truth is that Donald Trump is the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America. The truth is that he is enacting a detailed step-by-step plan to try to destroy all of the things that protect our democracy, free speech, fair elections, an independent press, the right to peacefully protest. But the truth is also this: he has not won yet. The people still rule in this country.
This guy. Good grief.
And today, all across America, in numbers that may eclipse any day of protest in our nation's history, Americans are saying loudly and proudly that we are a free people. We are not a people that can be ruled. Our government is not for sale.
You know, that's funny because it was 100% for sale under Obama and Biden and the Bushes and Clinton. Yeah. Ironically, the one person it's not for sale on is the one person they have to accuse. It's almost like a narcissist, you know? A narcissist, when you're with a narcissist, they love to project. You know, everything that they do, they project on you and accuse you of doing. So a narcissist who loves to cheat, they will sit there and constantly and consistently accuse you of cheating, even though they're the ones that's actually doing all the cheating. So, at this point, I don't know. We got 9 views, man. I usually get more views just sitting and not talking. What else do we got? See, I gotta wait for more clips to come in, so it's kind of better just to do this a little later. You know, that way I can just rifle through a lot of the stuff that's going on. And let's see here. We got some interesting stuff here. Just random some of this. Who's this? Oh, we got some bobbleheads here. So I think that's JD Vance, that's Trump, Christy Nome. Who is that other guy? I don't know who that other guy is. Do they realize how stupid they look? I wonder. Oh, yes, we got an inflatable. We have an inflatable dinosaur. See, you can never take these people seriously. Unbelievable. Let's see, what else? Interesting. Yeah. People are just... I don't know anymore. I guess this one does not have any sound. Just a video. See, I told you, it's a lot of boomers. Boomers and freaking millennials. What, Gen X, whoever. Whatever freaking kids came of age during Biden. See? It's a lot of boomers in there. You see all that gray? Woo! Yep. But good for them. They're out getting some exercise, walking around. Ugh. All right, let's see what CNN has to say.
Is not a rebellion, and dissent and protest cannot be used as a pretext of people turning out today. There are clearly more of us than there are of those who want an autocracy or a dictatorship, and so the message is pretty clear that we the people own this country, and that we are going to respect the rule of law, and we are going to stand up, and we are going to protect our democracy. What we've seen in Chicago over the last few months, or few weeks, excuse me, of the Trump administration's blitz, is that the rule of law is holding strong. Last week was a really bad week.
So 72 million people roughly voted for Trump, and you don't even have a million showing across the country yet for this whole no king thing. You don't even have a million. You are not the pinnacle of our society here. You are not the majority voice. You are the minority. Look at nobody's shown up. They will be lucky if they breach a million people today. But what is going to be interesting is tonight. That's what I'm waiting to view. Because that's when the crazies are going to come out. That's when Antifa is going to come out. That's when things are going to get going. And then it gives, and here's the deal. Every American has the right to protest. 100%. I support every single one of these individuals, even though I disagree with them on probably 99.9% of everything. They still have the right to go out and protest. And I support that. I would defend that. I served 10 years in the military. I defended their right to do what they're doing today. 100%. What's going to happen is you're going to get those a-holes who are going to come out when the sun goes down, and they're going to start stuff. They're going to create civil unrest in major cities, and it's going to give these individuals who are Americans, who have a right to their opinion, a bad rap. And it's just gonna continue to further the divide that already exists in this country. We're trying to heal a Grand Canyon sized divide that was caused, that was instigated by Obama, fractured during Trump, and exploded. I mean, it was like a magnitude 10 earthquake ripped this country apart under Biden. So we have here illegal aliens that are now offering between $10,000 and $50,000 bounties to kill ICE agents. This illegal alien who was offering those bounties has been arrested in Dallas. FAFO, right? Let's see. Presidential finding. Trump authorizes CIA in Venezuela. Maduro is about to find out. So yeah, apparently Trump flip-flopped here on Zelensky. Zelensky was reportedly a tough and bad meeting that ended abruptly. The U.S. will not provide long-range Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine at this point. So I'm pretty sure that hit Zelensky pretty hard, and I'm sure, our New York prepper and Canadian prepper, they're going to have to recant their BS of claiming that the Tomahawks were already there, damn near having an aneurysm on TV or on their YouTube streams. And then, of course, New York prepper, everybody's on high alert. No, nobody's on high alert. Nobody's tripping out. There's no Tomahawks. You guys are blowing everything out of proportion to get your clicks. And it's really, really sad when you have to, go to that extent to keep your viewership. You have to gaslight. You have to scare. It's really pathetic. See here. Families quickly meet activist judge imposed bond goal in fight to keep kids safe from trans agenda. Awesome. I was hoping this would happen. So you had this freaking liberal judge in Northern Virginia So these boys in Loudoun County at another school, Loudoun County sucks. If you ever find yourself living in Virginia and you got kids enrolled in Loudoun County schools, don't homeschool them. Keep them safe. So this radical judge, so these boys had to put up with a biological female claiming to be a boy in their locker room, made them so uncomfortable that they made comments about it to her and to the staff. So the boys were reprimanded and kicked out or suspended from school. Stuff was put into their permanent records, so on and so forth, because they were uncomfortable. I know there's more to this story. I'm not going to get into it, maybe later, but it made its way through courts, and then it gets up to this judge, and this judge says in order for the case to be able to continue, the judge set a bond to make sure that the defendant's attorneys will get paid. And the case could not move forward. The case would be dropped if they could not meet the bond in, I think it was like less than 2 weeks or a week time frame of $125,000. So basically, if these families could not raise $125,000 to pay the bond that this radical judge imposed, then the case would get dismissed and dropped, and these poor boys who have been subjected to woke ideology in their schools would forever have, a tarnished quote unquote record, all because some girl thinks she's a boy. So thankfully, they were able to do a report with Laura Ingraham from Fox News and get the story out about this. And they were able to meet the bond requirement. So now this case can proceed, provided the radical judge doesn't do any more. So families quickly met activist judge imposed bond goal in fight to keep kids safe from trans agenda in Loudoun County, Virginia. Good for them keeping that fight going. It's so sad that we even have to do this today. So Rep. Thomas Massey responds after President Trump endorses America First primary challenger against him. Well, you kind of suck as a America First person, so that's great. So Senator Ted Cruz inspires roasting of Obama library, makes a comment, locating the Death Star in Chicago was a bold move. That's great. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen pictures of this monstrosity, but I don't even know what that is. It looks more like a ritualistic tower to pagan gods than a presidential library. Oh, man. Is there anything else going on? All right, well, I'm going to shut this down for now. We'll come back a little bit later. Salt, if you're around, we'll pick back up later this afternoon. I'm going to shut everything down for a little bit. So, thanks for